We're going to get a cameo today because I opened the windows. And so the boys are currently in the living room in the windows because it's 63 degrees out there. Oh my goodness. When we left for the park, it was 52. And for the fact that it rained all day yesterday, thankfully not, it was a light rain all day. If it had been a heavy rain, it would have been bad. Because there's a lot of water everywhere. It's going to take a minute for the ground to absorb. But we needed it. So, but yeah, it was, and it was a beautiful day in the park. On a cloud in the sky, light breeze, and the birds came out to play. We saw the ducks, the wood ducks. We saw the blue jays. We saw the cardinals. The cardinals were not technically in the park. They were on the roof of a house behind the park. We saw crows, at least one grackle. The woodpecker came out of nowhere. And we saw a hawk first thing in the morning, but I did not get a picture of the hawk because, yeah, he came in, landed on a tree, and it wouldn't have come out. So what was the point? And we were wondering if we were going to see any squirrels. And then we found the corner of the park where they all were. So we got swarmed a couple of times. That was fantastic. And there was a 5K. And so we got to watch that. And watching the 5K runners run by made me realize how much I miss running. I will get back to it. Just not now. So, all right. But you're not here to listen to that, even though you just did. You are here for a new design for living. So let's do the housekeeping. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. That gets you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. So it will... if it says click here now, it means it'll take you right to the information or the person that can help you get it. And then the, social medias. I mentioned the social medias merely from the standpoint of we do not monetize them. We don't want to show the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead, go like, subscribe, follow, based on which platform you're on, and then engage with the individual posts by reacting, commenting, and sharing. It bumps us in the algorithms, and let's be honest, that's the whole point, is to have more people see your stuff. There were words and they are gone. So I'll just tell you what, it's a free and easy way that you can support the center. That's what it was. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, and I'm the running Rev Ryan across all of the social medias that I am on, including, if you ever wonder where these go to live, YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. It is the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. And, that is where all of these go to live when Facebook deletes them. So I download them and upload them to YouTube. So all of the books that I have read from Ernest Holmes and any other, because I think I've done a couple others, they're in there, including the Emerson. Although I do have the Emerson on the Creative Life Spiritual YouTube channel, Creative Life Spiritual Center YouTube channel as well. So, all right, here we go. So A New Design for Living, one of the last books that Ernest put out before he passed. And this is the process of science of mind. This is the how and the what and the why. I like to say that we are a philosophy, a way of life, not necessarily a religion. He disagrees with me. He does call us a religion. And we do have ministers, so technically we are a religion. But we don't tell you what to believe. We teach you how to believe and why it's important. This, on the other hand, is the process of science of mind. This is how you do it. Because the whole point of science of mind is how you can live your best life. It's not about stuff. Stuff is included, but it's not about stuff. It is about how you can live your best life. So, and we are currently in chapter 19, The Larger Life. And we are going to tackle important things in life. There was a time when everybody believed the world was flat. Honestly, there are still people who believe the world is flat, but we are not going to go there. Back to the point. There was a time when everyone believed that the world was flat. This belief was so universally entertained that everyone's reasoning was based on the conception of a flat world. It was not until someone broke down the old pattern of thought that a new conception could take its place. The new concept did not create a round world, but it did hasten the possibility of people's experiencing it. So it is with everything in life. We should always be breaking down old patterns of thought and creating new ones out of a greater vision. The question that presents itself then is, how are we going to know whether or not during this process we are sometimes discarding a truth and accepting a fallacy? Now, that is a good question. This no person can answer with absolute certainty, but must depend upon experience, a sort of trial and error method in which they ascertain the veracity of their new ideas. This is one of the reasons why we are called Science of Mind, because we believe in road testing this stuff. We believe in trying it out, okay? And that's what he's saying. Test it. Test it, and test it more than once. Gather evidence. But we do have a certain criteria or method of procedure based on a deep inward knowing that we all possess, a sort of transcendent wisdom that we are born with. It's like Ernest likes to say, I don't know, but I know something that does know. Let's go talk to that. For instance, we know that life is because we are alive. We know that there must be a creative reality behind the universe, else it would not be here. We know there must be a personalness in the universe, else we would not be persons. Consequently, if we think back within our consciousness to that something greater than our experience, we do actually contact that something because it exists and is what we are. Through a silent contemplation, which is always good for anyone, we can come to ascertain the rightness of all the good things in our lives. Take the idea of love. Okay. It is always good to dwell on the thought of love and what it means. What must be the great attribute of love in the universe which endlessly gives itself to its creation? Love implies a givingness, a sharing, a communion of spirit. As one dwells on this idea, they find their own consciousness of love, of affection, of compassion, of well-wishing increases until they finally see that it is impossible for them to come into the fulfillment of their destiny until they have learned to embrace all life. It is the same with the idea of peace, beauty, or happiness. To meditate silently and with feeling on these ideas is to enter more completely into a realization of their meaning. Now, let me remind you, prayer is when we talk to God, meditation is when we listen to Spirit, okay? Here is where faith plays such an important role, for faith in the invisible, faith in God, is not some wild and idle dream of an empty-headed idealist. It is the first and most important thing in life. To learn to be at home in the universe, to not be afraid of it, to live and think and act as though it were not a hostile force, but a friendly presence forever embracing us, is the beginning of right thinking, the beginning of all wisdom, the starting point of everything that is worthwhile. So, if I just heard him correctly, accepting that it is a friendly presence, not a hostile force, is the beginning of wisdom. And you know what? I do believe that. I do believe that in general, the universe is a friendly presence. God is a friendly presence. That God is love. I don't believe that God is against us. I don't believe that God is waiting to swat us if we step out of line. That is a very human idea. And the problem with that human idea is we don't know where the lines are. Now that could be a personal issue. That is definitely an issue that I grew up with. I never knew where the lines were until I stepped over them and got swatted, which is why I refuse to believe that God is that way. You know when you've hurt somebody, you know when you've done something wrong. I just don't do that. If at all possible, I'm human. I make mistakes. So I will never deliberately choose to hurt somebody. Will I do it? Yes. I'm going to make mistakes. I just hope that the older I get, the fewer mistakes I make, because I've got the experience to not do that. Because I have taken the time to meditate on love and compassion and kindness and beauty and truth and wisdom and spirit. And, and I'm willing to look around and see God looking back at me, most of the time, every now and again. So, overall, I do believe that the universe is a friendly presence. I think that people make mistakes. Yeah. And here we are. All right, beloveds. Definitely something to go away and think about, right? Okay, so the friendly presence. I am going to wrap this up and move on into the process of my day, which means I need to get ready for May Day, because that's what I got to do today. I will be back later to read the Emerson essay. I forget which one I'm going to read today. Compensation. Well, that sounds... Okay. That's the one we're going to do today, though. So there is that. And there was something else I was going to say, but now I don't remember what it was. So I'm going to encourage you. Have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. Take care of yourself day. A do what you got to do day. A do something for fun day. A make something that tastes good day. I'm baking cookies. Actually, technically they're solar cakes, but they look like cookies. So, and they taste like cookies. And they're amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. Day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a open your windows and enjoy the day, a go for a walk day, a go talk to the birds day, a enjoy the squirrels day. I'm telling you all the things that I've already done. A make sure you take a break and sit down and rest day, maybe take a nap day, a read something amazing day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, I get it. Simply have a day. You are enough. Just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, an absolutely beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And, as Reverend Esther likes to call it, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. All right, beloveds, because, the divine only knows good. That's the secret to that sentence. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on sometime this afternoon. I hope to get back before he does and do, as I said, compensation from Emerson's essays. And then otherwise, I will see you. It probably will be 8:45 tomorrow, because I should go to the gym. Otherwise, I'll see you in the 9 o'clock hour. Take care of yourself.